everybody, welcome back. It's another video in the same clothes, same arrangements. Welcome back to my channel, Teddy Bailey, and I hope everybody is doing fine, and I hope you're living your best life, and I hope that amidst all the struggles and all the challenges that you are still hopeful, or there's some amount of hope. Anyways, tonight I'm coming with a story time, and this is a story time of how I was nearly kidnapped. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Come over here, enjoy me. I'm enjoying me right now. Enjoy yourself too. Yeah, have a laugh. Alright, so I was 11 years old and it was Fair Day. And for those of you who live in Jamaica, you know what is Fair Day. You know, it's a big thing. Grade 6, it was Fair Day. It was a Saturday. Now, I went to this school in Crossroads, and there was a shortcut. You know, from Mr. Shortcut, you know what that means, you know, because in Jamaica we have a saying that say, shortcut draw blood. Anyways, there's this road. You know, someone remember the name of the road? Alright, you know where NIS office is? There's this road adjacent that? Yes. And I don't remember the name of the road. Anyways, my mother always said me don't walk on that road, don't take that shortcut, because what happened is the shortcut, you come off the bus, you walk down that road. It's a bit lonely sometimes, just in the week there are lots of people there. But you walk down that road and then you could cross a kind of open area, and then you have business places there. Azan's is still there, and then across the road was my school, so it was just easy. So I took it regularly. So this Saturday, no people, remember it's Saturday in the week, you know, I was 11 years old, going on 12. I'm well dressed. Sometimes the baby doll dress are weird on people. I mean, I'm baby doll dress, I'm a tights. Baby doll dress. I don't remember, it was in the early 90s. Baby doll dress is so weird. I mean, I'm a walker man. I don't know if you remember walker man. But I mean, I'm a baby doll dress, my tights, I'm a walker man. I'm 11, I feel like I'm just at my heart. Right? So, anyway, I came off the bus up the top of the road and I was walking down the road. When I reached the end of the road now to cross over, to go across the open area to cross over to my school, I heard some rustling in the bushes. So I think there was one lady walking with me or on the road, but I think she had gone. I don't remember. But the road alone upon Saturday, because it's Saturday, and if you know the road that NIS is on, it's a road that leads you from Crossroad to the NIS office. So it's that lonely road. I don't remember the name of the road. Anyway, and I was walking, and I heard, when I reached the end of the road to cross over, I heard, sorry, so just some rustling in the bushes, right? Because I think there was a bank there at the time. I think there was a bank there, and there were like what do you call them? The trees that you used to make fencing. I don't remember what them name right now. Yeah, edging. Is it edging or hedging? Is it the hedging with the H or the E? I'm a teacher of English, so sometimes I don't remember. Anyway, so I was there, and then I heard psst. People, you have to remember now, I'm 11 years old. I was just going about my business. Anyway, I don't remember if I was at the edge of the road, now that I recall it, but I was somewhere near the bank. I think there was a bank there at the time. I don't know if there's still a bank there. And I heard psst. But like when I looked across, who was psst? There was this man. No, there was this big, I don't know if he mad, I don't know if he a gardener, I don't know what he was, but there was this man across in the bushes, and he, remember my mother told me not to come off there, don't come off there, just go the long way. I didn't listen. And I remember he was somewhere in the middle of the compound. Yeah, he was in the middle of the compound and he stood up from the brushes because it seemed as if it was either the hedging or the brushes. He stood up and I realized it was a man. Now, the man, when I saw, because you hear pss, and you hear some rustling, you're going to, I don't normally respond to that. I'm 11, so I just look. I'm 11, I don't know anything about anything, so I'm just looking. And I tell you, he started to, from over the fence, he started to approach me and I started to walk fast. And then the man started run. The man started to run at me, for me, to me. I was so stupid back then though, because back then people cared about children, and even though that road was lonely, when you crossed over to the open area where Azans is, there were a lot of men there. I remember there was, I think there were taxi men there. I don't remember, there were a lot of men there. And I said, we can't run, you know. I'm not a good runner, I don't think so. And I have an embarrassing story in primary school. I can't run, right? With people, I take up more command, I'm a baby address, I'm a run across road. I don't even know if a car was coming because it's a you had to cross road to go back to the open area and run. I ran, and the man in cross road looked at me and I didn't scream, and that is the only thing I wish I had done, because I know that if I had screamed, no said man would have deal with him. No. I don't, you know, say I know I look back, I don't look behind me, people, I just run. And as I said, he was over the bank, and the bank had fencing, hedging, sorry, and there were trees, and I was a little thin thing. I was so skinny. You know what I mean? I don't think I would have been able to fight off that man. I don't remember his face, but I know he was thick built and he had a mustache, and he was dressed in, I don't even know, you know what old man dressed in? No offense, some old men are very spiffy, but at the time it was a plaid shirt. I don't even know. One of those plaid shirts and like the pants at the seam, you know, but he looked raggedy. And I ran, and I never looked back. I just remember the men across there just staring at me, like everybody stopping and staring at me like, why is this girl running for her dear? But at that age, I knew, to be honest, I never saw danger, because growing up, even though bad things happened once in a while, according to my knowledge, people protected children. People more so protected children. So I never, me taking that shortcut never really occurred to me that something could have gone wrong. And people, I ran till I reached to the school, crossed over the road, and I may have looked, as it was at all up, it was a busy road, so I may have looked across there before I ran. But I ran until I was able to feel safe. And in coming home, I didn't come home alone, I came home with my friends. But yeah, and I was 11 years old, and that happened in 1995, 11 going to 12, I think, in 1995, 1994, 1995. And the man, I remember him just looking wild. He didn't look sane at all. Maybe he was sane, right? But he just looked wild, and I just knew that I was supposed to run. And I tell my daughter and I tell my cousin, I say, listen, if you see a strange man, I don't care if he even says hello. If you feel uncomfortable, you run and you scream for dear life like you're mad. Let people say that you're mad. Let people say that something is wrong with you. But if he says, hey, hello, even if it doesn't come out completely and I'm laughing, but I'm very serious, you run. Yeah, thinking about it makes me kind of uncomfortable, because it makes me very uncomfortable. And I told my mother about it. I told my parents about it. I don't know if my dad was in Jamaica at the time, but I told my parents about it. And I don't think I ever took a shortcut a day in my life again. Never ever. Never ever. I don't think I ever took a shortcut, because that saying that Jamaicans have, that shortcut bring blood, it was so true. I almost um might have been true that day. But I don't know. I wish I had screamed, because my know said the man would have rushed him back in the day, you know. And I like now when man a kill man, boy, reprobate, a kill pitney and woman. Back then, more men cared about women and cared about children, protected children, protected women. So looking back, sometimes I remember, I wish I had screamed so that them go, yeah. I really wish I had screamed. It was awful, man. It was very scary. My heart was beating so fast, and I reached over. I didn't tell teachers. I was so ridiculous. I was so ridiculous when I think about it. I told my friends, but I didn't tell the teachers. The man chased me across the street. Yeah, so that happened. And just one lesson from that is, don't be afraid to tell your daughters or your son what is what. Um, how you choose to tell them, and how mature your child is, um, depends on how you tell them. But let them know. If my daughter is 4, and I say, if there's any stranger that comes to the door, anybody comes scream for their life. If you want to, don't just scream. So yeah, I rather people say she's sick than have somebody just come and have her not know that, especially in this time, that men and women alike have they have no hesitation to hurt you, or hurt you in the worst way. And I try to tell her as best as I can. And it's so sad, because those things have been happening a long time, but it's even really sad now in today's world, where children and women are not really being protected, and even our young boys, they're really not being protected, and so many of them have been abused. But because we live in a galley's culture, a woman rapes a boy is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, people. There are women, grown women, who actually, or should I say rape on YouTube, who actually sexually victimize young boys, and it really affects them. So I know there are men who do that too, but yeah, that is what happened to me as a young girl. And I don't think I was very smart, but I think I was a little smart to know that I ran, and I was able to get away from that predator. You know what I mean? And you can I've always been good at sensing people's energy, so you can sense that something was right about that man. But I got away, and I am here today, 20, how many years later? 20. I'm a language teacher, forgive me, 27 years later, to tell the tale. And just tell your children, keep them on guard. Remember, keep them on guard. Remember that most of us, we don't, our children travel by themselves. They walk home, they take the bus home, and we have to be mindful that, basically, to be honest, you can't trust anybody. You can't trust the kindness of a woman. You can't trust the protectiveness of a man, because he'll appear to be protecting you and then kidnap you. You just teach your children that their instincts are important, and teach them that people aren't always nice and aren't always sincere. Alright, so that is my story of how I nearly got kidnapped. Can you believe it? Damn. Anyway, people, that is it for tonight, this morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you in the next one. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and come back here. What was your scary experience as a child? Did you have any? What did you do about it? How did you handle it? How do you handle telling your children about the perilous world we live in. How do you do that? Alright, so share it with me, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.